Hola. I've told myself 100 times I'm not going to stream the same thing 2 days in a row, and here I am. Second time in a month. I need more footage. I don't know if very many people are going to show up to today's stream. It was very unannounced, but I need more footage. I planned on making a video out of the invasion baiting I did yesterday, but after downloading it and cutting it up into clips, it's not long enough. I need more. So we're just gonna relax and we're gonna kill more invaders. Let's see, got the game open already. We're just gonna jump into it. I had two choices, either just record it alone or stream it, and why the hell wouldn't I stream it, you know? I don't really have a single reason not to stream it. If I'm gonna play it, I might as well show it off, right? I stay very small in the corner this time. But we're just jumping right into it today. So let's pop a Taunter's tongue and start getting some people into the world. Talk about perfect ambiance too. Nighttime and it's rain. I didn't even plan on this. Now it seemed like repeatedly popping Taunter's tongue actually worked, so I'm gonna do it. Because popping and unpopping Taunter's tongue doesn't cancel invasions. It just changes the amount of people that can invade my world. But I think repeatedly popping it like pops me up to the top of the queue over and over and over again. I didn't put very much thought into much of this. The stream is going to be almost entirely me gathering footage anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I still don't know what happened with my controller yesterday, where my right bumper just stopped working. It just died and stopped working. Decided it didn't feel like doing it anymore. Also, my YouTube's been weird over the last day. Since I finished my stream, for some reason my stuff isn't popping up like it's supposed to. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna kick my feet up. I'm gonna relax. I guess I could go kill these bats. I want to keep everything in the area dead. Screw you. There we go. Got him. One down. I should lessen the amount of talismans I have. There's no point in me having Americas, Great Jars, Bull Goats, Ancestral Horn, Claw, Cerulean, Long Tail. I don't really have a reason to have any of these. Shut up, Bone. You know what, Bone? Just for saying that, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit a controversy. I love Taiwan. Taiwan is a great country. Oh no! What have I done? I've doomed myself and my whole family to being ridiculed on the internet by people who speak a language I don't even understand. I truly know not what I do. Skill issues are great to have sometimes, yeah. Is that what it is? Is me saying Taiwan is a country a skill issue? Oh well, I will shoulder this burden. Well, we've already beat our first invader that we managed to get in here. Didn't take long to get one either. Listen, like 8 minutes of starting the game and he was already here. Ugh. My neck. You can't understand profanity and slurs directed at you in foreign languages? A skill issue. Indeed. I can't universally understand every language at the same time without the assistance of a machine or another human being. That's honestly a skill issue and a half, if you ask me. More than a skill issue. Yeah, I downloaded yesterday's stream, and since like 2.5 hours of the 4-hour stream was troubleshooting, just getting this build to work in the first place. I didn't have very much footage. A lot of the fights are pretty short, and I want to make a full-on video of this build. With the cinematic intro and everything. But in order to do that, I'm going to need more footage. So, I'm just going to Taunter's tongue for a while. Get some losers into this town. Put them in the dirt and then continue. That first guy, that was interesting. First dude that invaded was a double whip with Bloodhound Step jump attack build. Very interesting. He lived from my combo with like 36 health, and the first fan daggers I threw did like 35 damage, and he had 1 single health left, and the second fan daggers finished him off. Wendy's double baconator with mayo and ketchup, a side of fries and Diet Coke. Enjoy, sir. I apologize for 2 things. 1, I don't have a Wendy's. So I've only eaten Wendy's like 2 times in my life. And 2, I fucking hate Wendy's. Hear that, Wendy's? You quirky, different than other company Twitter account, Twitter user. Your company sells expensive burgers that are tiny. I go to fucking Wendy's, get a bacon burger. Like, what is it, the Baconator? Last time I went, I got a Baconator. I'm like, man, 2 McNuggets would fill me more than this. Tasted all right. Their burgers are tiny. I'm a man of substance. I don't care so much about how good it is. As long as there's a lot of it, it'll usually make up for a lack of other stuff. That's why I eat a lot of Hardee's. Hardee's is good. But it is, like, the meat isn't the greatest quality. The sauces are very thick. But when you buy a burger from Hardee's, that thing is the size of your fucking head. You could eat that for 2 meals. And be satiated. Both times. I don't know if you have a Hardee's. I know Hardee's is kind of weird, where it's technically 2 companies that are the exact same, but have different names and are on different halves of America. One is Hardee's and one is Carl's Jr. I know when Dev first moved in with me, she was freaking out. We have a Hardee's nearby, so it is Hardee's in your state. She was freaking out because she's like, this place is ripping off Carl's Jr. I looked it up, I'm like, no, it's the same company, same logo, just a different name. I don't know why it's that way. It's not in town, but we make a trip to it every once in a while. Yeah, I don't eat there very often, but I still every once in a while go, man, I could use a massive burger that will like quadruple my daily recommended calorie intake. I want to obliterate my body today. That's what I feel like doing, and I'll go do that. The masculine urge to obliterate your body with more food than you could possibly need in a day. Plus, I like Hardee's fries. What's funny though, even though like the closest Wendy's to me is like 3 hours away, I still get ads for it all the time. Constant ads. I hope they know the money that they paid YouTube to send their ads to potential customers is being completely wasted on me and everyone else in my area. Because none of us are gonna go, oh man, that ad made me really want Wendy's, and then drive 3 hours for $10 worth of food. Sloppy Joe's tonight. I don't like Sloppy Joe's, dude. Make it too sweet. Yeah, I never really fudge my Sloppy Joe's. I'll usually get like a little packet of Sloppy Joe powder and then cook the meat in it and call it good. A good Sloppy Joe is to die for, though. Maybe that's what I should do. If there's nobody watching. I was gonna say, maybe that would be a way to pass the time while I wait for people to invade my world. I could do a Q&A, but you need actual people to do Q&A. Otherwise, it's just one person. Which can't be savory or sweet? It's completely dependent. There are a lot of sweet things that I really like and a lot of savory things that I really like. But thinking about it now, I do think I eat savory things more often. Not necessarily because I prefer savory, but because I can only handle so much sweet before I get sick of it. Certain sweets I'm okay with, but like candy sweets and stuff, like overly sugary sweets, I can never eat a lot of. I've always been that way though. Even on birthdays and shit, I won't eat a lot of my own cake and stuff. Every once in a while I get a craving, a hankering, but for the most part, I prefer savory stuff. Although, sweet and savory at the same time can be done really well. There's a sweet and spicy sauce that I really, really like. It's like it's a sweet and spicy Asian sauce, and I'll have that shit on chicken and stuff, and sweet and spicy. Sweet and sour sauce too I like a lot. Thing is, I put like for Christmas I got this what's it called, Aleppo pepper stuff from TJ Maxx from my grandma, and I put it in fucking everything. I'm not kidding when I say everything. I put it in everything. Pastas that I make, meals that I make, chicken, beef, tacos, burgers. It doesn't matter what it is, I put that shit in it. I put it in everything, and it's delicious. And no one's gonna stop me until I run out. Then I'll probably go buy more. I'm gonna be eating a pot pie tonight. Pot pie and then some, probably some salmon with rice. Corned beef and rice. I don't eat corned beef very often. Not because I dislike it, I just never get it. I will say, I've been really craving both, like, steak fajitas and Spam. Not at the same time, but like I've been craving both of them. I haven't had steak fajitas in a long time, even though I do consider my steak fajitas to be one of the best meals that I've ever made. I like to cook a lot and try new things, but goddamn, if I'm gonna toot my horn about one thing, it's steak fajitas. I remember this is a weird story to tell, but I made my steak fajitas a couple years ago. Like when I first learned how to do it, I'd do it a lot. I worked at a grocery store at the time, so I'd regularly be able to get like steak for cheap. And I would make steak fajitas every once in a while, and I'd like grill the steak. And everyone, like, I made it for everybody in the house at the time. I was living with my mom. Dev was there, my brother, my sister, and at the time my mom's boyfriend, who she is not with anymore. But I made it and everyone was saying it was good, and he like got self-conscious about it and started to it was really awkward and weird. He was like starting to try and make it like a dick measuring contest. I'm like, my guy, other people cooking good doesn't make you less of a cook, one, and two, if you want to like one up your girlfriend's son, which is the weirdest thing I've ever heard, just make it, and if it's better, it's better. One of the weirdest interactions I've ever had with somebody, and it was with my mom's at the time boyfriend. Super strange. Invade me. I wish to be invaded. I wonder what prime time is for invasions at this level. I should probably stay close to the town. Make corned beef using beef, like palm corned beef. I know we don't have the biggest like variety for that over here. It's weird. I'm here to get footage of fighting people instead of talking about food. But we don't have a lot of variety for like corned beef. Everything we get is like cans of it, and it's usually like pre-made, which is probably one of the biggest contributing factors to why I don't get it very often. When you get scared of losing your girlfriend to her son. Oh yeah, That steak fajita he made, it's so good. I might lose my girlfriend to her own son. It's a horrible thought, but it happened. So. I don't know what it is. Sorry. I gotta stop yawning. I don't know what it is about this, doing like low-level invasions like this. Not invading, but being the host and using Taunter's tongue. It feels like I'm playing Dark Souls again. I'm really happy doing this. This is fun. Even if it's not that often that I get people in my world. Through Amazon, they deliver it to your door. I'll have to try it. That does sound pretty good. Tomorrow I'm gonna stop by the grocery store. I'm gonna get some cream cheese and I'm gonna make some spinach artichoke chip dip. Made some a couple days ago. It was delicious. We ate it way too fast. Way too fast. None was left over. And I bought enough of everything except the cream cheese to make a second batch. I've got a bunch of frozen spinach. I've got half a can of artichoke hearts. Got some mozzarella cheese, some Parmesan cheese, a shitload of garlic. And I gotta use up that garlic because that garlic is like starting to sprout. I know potatoes become poisonous if you leave them for too long. I don't think garlic does. So I think I'm fine, but I'd prefer my garlic to be garlic and not half of a plant. That's what I'll have to do when I get my own house. I'll set up a camera in my kitchen. And during streams, I'll take dinner breaks and we'll make something. That would be actually a lot of fun. Don't have the kind of technology to do that now, but it'd still be fun. Dry mess, yeah. If anything, I always do the opposite. I usually flood the food I'm making when I'm like trying to cook meat and keep it from going too dry. Huh, we had someone invade right away and now no one's popping in. Maybe it's a pose. Maybe I have to put my guy in a special pose. And then people will show up. Let's try Rapture. On the pan of trap moisture. I do too. I do it for a different reason though. The oven that we have, the stovetop, it's one of those convection stovetops where it's a big flat like porcelain plate that has a few spots that warm up on it. So anytime I cook something that like spits, which most meat spits at some point, even if you don't use oil, I gotta like constantly keep a lid on it and keep like paper towels around it, because if I don't, that shit gets on the stovetop and then it takes so fucking much effort to clean. Like, convection ovens are nice, but man, I hate cleaning them. It's probably the biggest reason why I don't cook on the stovetop every single day. If I could, I would, but that's why I can't wait to potentially get my own place in the very near future. One, I want a stovetop that's not a convection stovetop. And two, I want an easily accessible shower. The only shower in this household. I live with my grandparents right now because of all the money I lost when I went blind. Oven, you mean stove? A stove and an oven together in one unit. The one thing that is nice about the convection oven is it's really easy to start. Or not the convection oven, the convection stove top. Is it heats up real nice and quick. But like anytime any moisture goes down like the side or spits out, that shit cooks on instantly because that whole area is super hot. I want to bake things more often though, because you don't gotta clean too much when you bake, as long as you do it right and use like use foil and shit. I want to make my own pizza. I haven't made a pizza in years. I eat pizza all the time, but it's always like frozen store-bought pizza. I just remember the last time I made pizza, I didn't use the yeast right. And it was very dense and very thick. It was basically like pizza toppings on a thick piece of salty bread. It was alright. It was more like it was a big old pretzel. Like a really big, thick, fluffy pretzel. They're gonna invade and they're gonna spawn right between my hands. Oh, I gotta stretch. I didn't do too much physical activity today. And it's taking its toll. Also, I'm really pissed. My medication finally came in today. They sent me the normal doses. They didn't send me the tritation. So I can't even take it. I have it and I can't take it until they send me the tritation. Or titration. It's either titration or tritation. It's one of the two. Those large bread pretzels they have at carnivals. Yeah, the giant pretzels. The pretzel twists. I love those things. In my high school, I was in wrestling for a little bit, and the best part about wrestling is after the match, we'd get to go eat concession stand food. And they'd have big fucking pretzels. They'd have really greasy burgers. And they'd have, like, really good nacho dip for chips. It's the best part, by far. That concession stand food is top-notch. Used to have places sell those all around town when I was a kid. We had a pretzel place, too, in the local mall, but COVID hit the mall really hard. A lot of the stores are still there, but like all the restaurants that were in the mall are gone. Which is sad. We had some really nice restaurants there. There was a Mediterranean place. There was a pretzel place. There was a Dairy Queen in there. We still have a Dairy Queen. But the Dairy Queen we have is like one of those only ice cream Dairy Queen stops. And I'm upset because Dairy Queen's one of my favorite fast food restaurants. I don't know if you've ever had their flamethrower burger. The best. Their flamethrower burger is the best. I love that shit. Pretzel bread buns for burgers instead of actual pretzels. Ah, yeah. I haven't been checking anything. I want to see something. Damn it. Oh well. Never mind. I was checking something. Also, funnily enough, apparently Elden Ring is my only perfect game. Oh! I've been invaded. Where is he? Interesting. I know what I gotta do. What am I doing? I'm killing guys who would try to do their bullshit builds on people who don't know what they're doing. This guy is full into health. Yeah, you're not the only one that can do that, bud. What's the matter? Come on, kill me. Got him. What's the matter? Just cheese me. Just cheese me. What went wrong, nice guy? Come on. What's the matter? I'm not a level 1 guy with only 2 Estus flasks, you fucking cowardly bitch. That's what I thought. Hello, Sun V, how goes it? Your mom, Ooh. Ooh. Am I getting invaded by another guy? I hope so. That would be nice and easy. I don't think I can sit. Yeah. Hell yeah. Here we go. It's him again. Watch this. I can do the same thing as you. You missed. And he's light rolling too. This guy is the worst kind of coward. that too. He ran it back. Alright, now I actually get to sit. I don't even actually have to sit at my grace. Never mind. I hope he invades my world again. Better me than someone else. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Do you know how impossible it would be for someone who's just starting out the game to deal with a build like that? Someone who just light rolls away, shoots triple shots with bleed and poison arrows, can instant full heal with their cheat engine spawned in flasks, popping bestial vitality like I do so that they never even have to use the healing potions. Because bestial vitality and Blessed Dew together will actually heal almost as fast as a +1 or lower weapon would deal damage. Well, how's your day going, Sunvi? After the stream yesterday, I downloaded the stream and edited it down because I wanted to make a video out of the invasions. And it was not nearly enough footage. And that's because the first 2.5 hours of the 4-hour stream was troubleshooting. Thankfully, we did all the troubleshooting yesterday, so I need more footage. Normally, I don't stream the same game 2 times in a row if I can help it. But this is a video I really want to make. So it was either stream it with you guys, get the footage, or record it on my own and potentially not stream tonight. If I'm gonna play it, why the fuck wouldn't I record it? Like, it would be higher quality, like, video-wise. It would be higher quality if I recorded instead of streaming. Because obviously, when you encode a stream, like, the quality lowers to a slight degree. But it works. Crab pretty. Indeed. I hope he invades my world again. Either that or I hope he lost the second time and gave up. And left. Go gank spank some level 40s to 60s. That's more the Seaman Demon. You know, funnily enough, Seaman Demon is a fairly correct way to refer to a kaijin. So, I technically am called a Seaman Demon. Because a kaijin is a mysterious humanoid version of a kaiju. It's not like, oh, this is a kaiju but a man, but a kaiju is a monster version of what a kaijin is. If you were to look up what a kaijin is, it can be referred to as a mysterious person or like a fish man. A sea monster man. So, Seaman Demon is dangerously apt, actually. That's 3 kills, though, and we still haven't sat at a grace. No, I'm just gonna sit right in town square. I'm not even gonna move. What he said. Like, I'm pretty sure I got that right? Yeah, Japanese word that literally means mysterious person. In Japanese, kaijin is a relatively broad term that encompasses any fictional human-like character that possesses strange supernatural abilities and is usually used to refer to villains. Yep, kaijin, literally meaning sea man in Japanese, is a sea monster. Term was mostly brought about in the Edo period. No! Boogeyman pro gamer, hacker. No, no. Ironic hacker. I'm not really a hacker. Okay? Hurry. Bubble Lord, Demon King. Yep, now I'm a sea demon too. God, I got too much shit going on, don't I? I'm excited to eat pot pie tonight. I'm starving. Bone has been talking about savory or sweet food, making me hungry. I walked into the other room and I get asked about like what my favorite Panda Express meal is. I'm like, I've only had Panda Express like 4 times. Okay. But aren't their orange chicken's really good? I love their General Tso's chicken. Panda Express's General Tso's chicken is top notch, top quality. Very yummy. What is that? Here in the United States of America, we have a restaurant called Panda Express, and the way that they do it is you order a certain sized plate, and depending on the size of your plate or bowl, they give you a bunch of rice or noodles, and then sides to it. And you can get like mostly chicken, but they also have like Szechuan beef. They also have beef and broccoli. They have a bunch of different stuff. We only have like one where I live though, and it's really far away, so I don't eat it very often. But Dev, notoriously Dev, the person who was asking me what my favorite one is, where she grew up, they had like a shitload of them, and everybody would eat it all the time, so. You should hire Skynet, my guy. I should hire an insane genocidal AI. I was kinda, oh. Deimos. He's buffing, I'll buff. If I had to. Oh, that's a lot of health potions from him. If I had the fucking... He actually got me. Goddamn. He had to heal like 6 times and I ran out of FP, but he actually got me. Hopefully he invades me again. You could get AI to play for you. Seems like simple fighting AI. Yeah, simple. Elden Ring would be so easy to code on an AI, huh? I didn't change my shit, and I didn't heal up my my FP after killing that or casting my buffs. I should have. If I did, I wouldn't have died there. If I had FP, so if you run out of FP and use a weapon art like Giant's Hunt, you'll still do it, but it won't do the right amount of damage. It'll do less damage. He would have died from both of those Giant Hunts that I hit him with if I just had the FP. Which is disappointing. Hello, hello. Welcome. We're back at it again. Some more hunting. I need more footage. I also didn't have my flask, which would have been healing me if I had it up. But that's the point of this. If I really wanted to be sweaty, I could sit down and repop my flask and have a great rune on at all times when doing this. But it's about sending a message. I'm gonna beat them with as much, if not less, than they get. Big fan of Shore with the Morty. God, death slap. Hell yeah. That guy had no health. If you scalp someone or replace your scalp with theirs, will the hair grow normally? Technically not, because there's only a certain chance. You would have to have the same blood type and a bunch of other stuff the same as the guy in order to actually graft their skin onto yours. Because there's a very high chance and a very high risk of your body rejecting the skin because it's not yours. Hadn't gotten past this place, was playing with my friend when we got invaded by a dude using an attack where you got a dragon head and inflicted scarlet rot. Yep, exactly. Dragon breath spammer invaders invading people who are just starting out the game. Ouch. It's simultaneously funny and horrifying. If you cut your leg off, will you feel pain? That's an old Vine. Not the shower thoughts. You're in a shower? He might be. That's the one with the two high guys sitting next to each other. Dude, if you cut your leg off, do you feel pain? Well, yeah, but where are you gonna feel the pain? Your leg got cut off, it's not on you anymore. How's it gonna hurt? That's some like old world mythology shit. His leg hurt, so he cut off his leg so he wouldn't feel the pain anymore. It's not how that works, but okay. What was I gonna do? I don't even remember. In your pelvis. The flawed logic of said remark is if you get your leg cut off, either there's still a little bit of leg there, your leg isn't a solid mass that can't be removed into multiple parts, in which what's left of your leg will hurt, or it was completely removed, in which case the leg was completely separated from the hip, which means that we would feel the pain in your hip. Keep going. That's that photo heaven. They go to the neighbor's farm. Daddy, where'd the picture I take go? Don't worry about it, son. They're playing with the animals over in the farm, the neighbor's farm. I will now kill people with a comically large bow. And then when they get too close, I will kill them with a comically large sword. Just pain makes. Of course not. Of course it doesn't make sound. You psychopath. You know not what questions you are asking. You know not the terrors you are digging up. Drop it. Drop it while you still can. Well, there's still hope. Oh. That's right, he's safe. It's the same guy again. I know what to do. Spam that again. Do it. think he's out of healies. He wasn't out of healies after all. It's gonna heal. What's the matter? Come on. Bleed and frostbite me. What happened? I guess you didn't spawn in enough Festus flasks, huh guys? I had to pay attention to that. I missed out on some talk. Oh my god, I missed out on so much chat. What the hell? Bone, that's like eating wood. So, your point? That is a very Bone response to an accusation like that. I'll be 100% honest. It's him again. Come on. Invade me again. Maybe I'll be an under-leveled person who doesn't know how to play the game next time. You should invade me again. Alright. Now hopefully that guy actually gives me long enough to respond to your guys' messages for a moment. I gotta scroll up. Okay. Here's your answer. You're talking to a guy who ate dirt as a kid. What's your point? Healing and face-to-face. Maybe we shouldn't when we can. Morality. Yeah, when you're out in the open world like this, heal, because you should always expect the people invading you to heal. Always. But if it's an honest 1v1 and you want to play with honor, don't heal. Especially in arenas. And if you try to tell me, oh, well, in a 1v1, if we weren't meant to heal, why does FromSoft give us the ability to heal? In FromSoft's designated 1v1 game mode, you don't get the ability to heal. It is taken from you, because that is the intended way it's supposed to go. I remember I had to talk to a whole bunch of people on fucking TikTok about it, because I made a post a long-ass time ago about how there was a whole bunch of new Elden Ring players who had never played in a Souls game before, and it was kind of showing because everyone was jumping into the PvP scene and chugging in 1v1s at the Raya Lucaria Academy Gate Grace. And a whole bunch of people were like, nah, I'm gonna keep healing, and they would just constantly get ratioed by people being like, if you're gonna heal, you're just gonna get kicked from the world and then like put on a Discord list so that people know that if they see your name to just kick you immediately and not fight you. You're going to be put in the corner where you can think about what you've done. There's not a single person alive who has never wondered what human flesh tastes like. Why would you wonder? You can just find out. There's a I think he was a Russian. Either he is Russian or he fled to Russia. Cannibal. He went to prison for it, got free, fled to another country, and he like wrote books about it, and I think he went on like TV shows talking about it. And apparently, human just tastes like, if I remember correctly, and I might be misremembering, human tastes like the in-between of pork and tuna. Apparently. It's been a long time since I've last talked about that guy, though, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm correct. Really? Yeah. Look him up. I don't remember what his name is. I could look it up, too. But he fully went on in detail about it, and he said that humans taste like pork and tuna. Like canned tuna, not like fresh tuna. I might be slightly misremembering it. That sound not tasty. Yeah. I think cannibals that regularly eat humans, like other humans, don't do it because they like the taste. It's the taboo nature. A lot of people do stuff just because they're told not to. Also, I won the best out of 3 against that guy, so I'm happy. Seems like he's not invading over here anymore, though. Ah, I got something in my eye. What the fuck? I apologize, guys. Oh, my eye. Ouch. What the hell's wrong with my eye? Now my body's trying to handicap me. I know I've won 8 of my 9 fights today already. Eat their neighbor, pork and tuna for supper. Yeah, there's no taboo and laws against that. You kid? I don't eat people. Nah, I do. Don't eat people unless it's consensual. And I'm not talking like DeviantArt fetish consensual. I'm talking... There was a dude who, he got into... I saw this on Reddit a while ago, and he had pictures and everything with it. It was really funny. He got into a horrible motorcycle accident. And his foot was destroyed beyond repair, and it had to be amputated. And he asked to keep it. They said okay. They would. That he can have it. They put it in an ice chest, and they gave it. They put the foot in an ice chest, and he brought it home, and he got his friend, who's a professional cook, to agree to make tacos out of his foot meat. And they did. And a few of them, like, backed out because they just couldn't bring themselves to do it. Everyone else that had it, everyone was like, you know, this is really unremarkable. This is... The dude and his friends ate his own foot. And they were like, oh, that was really boring. Foot fetish gone too far. It's his to begin with. I know. They can't just say, no, you can't keep your foot. I'm afraid of people. I mean, that's probably the most harmless way to commit cannibalism. And in case you're wondering, isn't it illegal to eat people? In a lot of states, there's actual legislative documents you can sign to legally allow somebody to eat you if you die. Yeah. You can sign paperwork that will legally give somebody possession of your body if you die, and they are allowed to do pretty much whatever they want with it, legally, because it's technically theirs according to the paperwork. I don't know all of this because of practice. I know all of this because I've been on the internet for my entire life, so I've heard about a lot of weird, random, obscure shit. But I think the whole being able to do whatever you want with the body is only something you can do in like 2 states of America. The United States. The cruelest and strangest animal on the planet is the human. It's true. We're crazy. A bear or wolf won't torture you to death or purposefully cause you mental or physical harm a person will. Not true. Actually, bears... I can't remember which bear it is, but one species of bear will torture you when it kills you. They don't like smash you apart and kill you as fast as possible. They'll like slowly eat you while you're still alive, as long as you're not able to move. Chimps are pretty up there too, yeah. Chimps will like poop in their hand and then smack it on the back of the other chimp just because they feel like doing it and then laugh and run away. That's pretty human-ish. That's pretty human-like if you ask me. It's different. And there are a lot of recorded cases of animals playing with their prey. It's a pretty normal occurrence in nature. I remember reading that, like, bobcats in Midwest, the United States, they'll chase rabbits and will, even if they, like, catch up to kill the rabbit, they'll just smack it and keep chasing it until it has a heart attack and dies. Orcas are also cruel, true. I remember hearing about people throwing rocks at chimps and the chimps let it happen to collect ammo. Mastermind galaxy brain behavior. They played volleyball with the seal. Yeah, orcas are nuts. When I was younger, I thought orcas were really cool, and then I found out how absolutely nightmarish they are. They're terrifying. They'll play with seals like corpses or while they're still alive. They'll like, there's a reason why orcas in like water parks and stuff are now so much more rare than they used to be. They'll kill people just because they can. Yeah, they'll be bored. They'll be like with a trainer that they've never acted out against before. And they'll like grab the trainer by the ponytail and like pull them up out of the water to give them a breath and then yank them underwater and drag them around until they're almost drowned. Pull them up to give them a breath, yank them back underwater. Shit's nuts. Don't look it up. There's footage of it. Dolphins are completely crazy. I don't know if dolphins are cruel, but they're just completely insane. I still like orcas. Nature's weird. Nothing to hate. Orcas are dolphins? Are they? I don't think orcas are dolphins. Oh, no, they are. Fair enough. Others are another vicious species. Okay. I didn't realize that dolphin was like a subspecies of sea mammal. I thought dolphins were like a specific genus. I guess it makes sense though. I can't really think of any orca other than the orca. Learning new things every stream, for better, for worse, indeed. You say that, Bone, but technically you're wrong. I don't want to talk about this too much because it's not family friendly. And I'm going to have to edit this out of the big video that I'm making. But it's not that other animals don't reproduce for purely pleasure. It's other animals have much more heightened versions of ecstasy during procreation. A lot of animals lose their minds for a very long time after mating. It's not that they don't do it for pleasure, it's that it overwhelms the shit out of them. Yeah, hyenas, I remember hearing about that when I was young, and it completely blew my mind that hyenas are more closely related to cats than dogs. Man, we really are talking about the weirdest shit this stream, aren't we? This is what happens when I do miscellaneous footage streams. That's crazy. True. Hello, Uwu. How's it going? Saying your name made me hurt. Our young are called pups, yep. I miss Deimos. Where is he? I miss him. I miss Deimos. I miss Average Paladin. I miss Just a Guy. Where's Jack Horner? Animals do be kind of wildin'. They do be kind of acting quirky at night. The animatronics do get a bit quirky at night. I guess they'll just cause demolition. Raise the entire city down while I can. Huh? Ooh, yeah. I want a pot pie. I was just talking about that a little bit ago. I'm thinking about that pot pie because Bone keeps talking about food and it's making me hungry. Also, Uwu, if you are wondering what we are doing, I am collecting footage for a video. I'm doing Rune level 15 world PvP. Got a Taunter's tongue up. And I'm being invaded by people who think they're gonna fight little tiny Rune level 10 just came out of the starting area. You saw last stream? Hell yeah. You saw the 2.5 hours of troubleshooting before I was finally able to do it. We're getting Horse Uncle. I did see that. I saw we're getting Horse Uncle. We're getting Linar next. And he's actually coming really soon. He comes out in 3 days. But after yesterday's stream, I had a lot of clips of me fighting people. But after downloading it and cutting it up, it's not nearly enough for a full-length video. I'm going to be making like I'm going to put some elbow grease in this video too. I've been really inspired by Peverson. I don't know if you guys, you Souls aficionados, have watched any of his stuff, but he's been a long-standing member of the Soulsborne community since the days of Dark Souls 1. Same with Ouroboros. He and Ouroboros actually used to have a duo channel together called Oro and Peeve. Back in Dark Souls 3, they did covenants, like player covenants, which is something that some people have done for this game, but not a lot of people have done. It's something that I wish more people would do because we don't actually have covenants in Elden Ring. But Peverson's latest videos, he has a couple builds that he really likes that are like thematic. They have like a little bit of backstory to them. They have fashion put into them, and he plays with them, and we'll have like little cutscenes for the intro and outro that are pretty cool. And I'm pretty inspired. I was inspired before. I did my Painting Guardian video a couple months ago. That was inspired by his stuff. But this I'm putting elbow grease into. You'll see. I'm working on this shit. I do really want to do player covenants. A couple months ago, I think it was like two and a half months ago, a couple of Elden Ring, what's the term I'm looking for? Influencers, I guess you could say. Some of the more well-known Elden Ring PvPers, they did a charity event, pretty damn close to around the same time as Elden Ring's anniversary. or a bit before Elden Ring's anniversary, and they did like player covenants and stuff. And well, I liked the covenants they made. None of them really were the kind of covenants I'm used to. When I think of covenants in Soulsborne games, I think of the Bloodshades and the Crusaders from Dark Souls 3. That was Oro and Peeve's covenants. The whole idea was back then, at like Anor Londo in Dark Souls 3, if you know what I'm talking about, in Irithyll, right after fighting Pontiff Sullivan, that was the PvP hotspot in Dark Souls 3. Everybody did duels there. There was a really nice little area, super easily accessed by a bonfire with no nearby enemies to worry about. It was super nice looking, it was fairly optimized, it was in general a really good spot for PvP. But what people would do is, well, people would do invasions and stuff like that. A lot of people would be gankers, where they would summon their friends in, and they would overwhelm people. Like 1 or 2 invaders would show up, and they would have to fight against 3 players that can't hit each other on accident. They can't hit themselves like the invaders can, and they would just rush and overwhelm. That's what the Soulsborne community refers to as ganking. Summoning a bunch of friends and then being invaded with the sole purpose of outnumbering them. So Peeve made the Covenant Bloodshades, and he's like, you have to be at this level, and you have to do a bleed build. Invade only in this area where these gankers are a problem, and help your fellow Bloodshades to gank the gankers. And it was cool. It actually, there were a lot of clips. They made a Discord for it. A whole bunch of people, like a community amassed. And these guys were like grouping together and working together to gank gankers. It was really cool. And then Ouroboros wanted in on the fun. So he made a covenant to gank the ganking gankers. The Crusaders' purpose was you had to be a certain level, you had to use lightning weapons, and you had to use the Great Helm. So you'd look like a Knights Templar, and you would summon other Crusaders, and you would only fight Bloodshades. You would only get invaded by Bloodshades to kill Bloodshades. So it was Crusaders versus Bloodshades, and it was really, really fun. The Souls community was very lively at the time. A lot of people were joining in on that, and it kind of sucks that Elden Ring hasn't really seen something like that. And that's probably the thing about Elden Ring that I dislike the most. It's the fact that we don't have covenants. I loved covenants in the Souls games. I loved the way they worked. I loved that they gave, like, rewards. So I wish we had some. The closest we have to covenants is the Recusants and the Bloody Fingers. In both of those, you just do a quest line, you get the item. Covenants were made by the players, right? No. There were in-game covenants. Your character could be attached to a covenant that would change the gameplay style. If you were part of the Sunbros covenant, every time you helped somebody while being invaded in their world, you'd get an emblem of sunlight, which you could turn in to get rewards. And you would be yellow when summoned instead of white. If you were a Dark Wraith in the Dark Wraith covenant, you would get a thing that would let you invade, like this eye stone that would let you invade people's worlds, and you would invade their world as a Dark Wraith, and if you killed them, you'd get whatever you needed to upgrade your levels in the Dark Wraith. Dark Souls 1 had the Gravelord Covenant, which is the most obscure covenant of them all, where instead of invading people's world, you would Gravelord people's worlds. And red phantom versions of monsters would show up that are much stronger and would just be added. So instead of fighting 2 of the big monster, there'd be a third, which is red and does more damage and has more health. And the only way to get rid of them is either fight through and beat the boss, or find the Gravelord summon sign and invade the Gravelord's world. If you killed the Gravelord in the Gravelord's world, you would be safe, your world would be cleared of the Gravelord, and you'd be fine. But if the Gravelord beats you, he would get the Gravelord stuff that he could then go turn into Nito to upgrade his stuff. Like, Covenants existed, and were an actual functioning mechanic in the Souls games, which is why I'm so surprised we didn't get any in Elden Ring. I'm hoping with the DLC they'll add them. Because Elden Ring has more subgroups, lore-wise, character-wise, item-wise, and spell-wise, than any Souls game ever. I'm pretty sure there's more in this game alone than there are in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 combined. So many opportunities for covenants. Imagine if being a bloody finger was an actual covenant with Mogwin, where you could turn in shit like severed fingers that you get from people you killed to get more stuff from Mogwin, and that's how you get the blood flame spells. That'd be so cool. Imagine if there was one where you follow Mikola, and you would like fight, you would invade people who are attacking the Halig tree, kind of like how the forest hunters in Dark Souls 1 would only invade in the forest around Sif's arena. You'd attack at the Halig tree to protect Melania, and if you beat him, you get something you could turn in for stuff. That would be so cool. It was super missed opportunity, but it is what it is. That's why I kind of wish the community would step up and do things like that. If I had more of a following, I'd do it, but I don't. Knowing me, I would put a shitload of effort into it. Make like a logo, come up with a little backstory. Make like a community Discord around it where people can group up with other people and do stuff. Put all that work in, and then there'd be like 7 people in it. Knowing me, knowing my luck. I've learned to not put too much effort into stuff on YouTube. The more effort I put into it, it feels like the less views it gets. It's the stuff that I just make for fun that gets views. I was talking to Bone about this the other night. You know what other thing I really, really want? And the DLC, and there's no way they're not going to do this. There's no way they won't, okay? One, I want a 3-phase boss, which I am more than certain we'll get. That'll be super cool. But I want a player boss. Every Souls game except Dark Souls 1 had a player boss. We don't even know each other. He's lying. I'm not lying! How dare you disown me like this? But ever since Demon Souls, with the exclusion of Dark Souls 1, there has been a boss that is another player that invades your world. In Demon Souls, I think it was called the Old Monk, I think. And the way that that boss would work is you'd walk into the boss room, and there'd be this dude standing on like this pile of corpses, or laying against it, and he'd have this big head wrap on. And then the head wrap would like come off, go down to the ground, and wrap around an invader's head. And that invader that was summoned into your world is the boss that you have to beat, and you'd have to fight in the arena. Yep, Dark Souls 2 had the Mirror Knight, exactly. Where if the Mirror Knight reaches half health, they would slam their giant mirror shield down, and then an NPC would smash and break out of the mirror and start fighting you. And if a player had a red soapstone down right outside of the boss's door, they would get summoned, and they would break out of the mirror to help fight. That was probably the worst version of it, because while it was really cool, usually the Mirror Knight would die before the person loaded into the world. So the person would like wait out the loading screen just to be met with a screen saying the boss is dead and that they're being sent back to their world. So that was rough. But then Dark Souls 3 had the Spears of the Church, which is the best version of it in my opinion by far. Adjudicator Argo, this giant, would tell you to fuck off and not go any farther, and if you didn't listen and went into it, he would ring this big bell, and someone who's using the Spears of the Church Covenant item would get summoned into your world as the boss. And they'd have like special boss abilities that they can use aside from just being their normal selves. They'd get increased health, increased stats, increased poise. And then every once in a while, you know the carrion glint blades that float around you? You'd get like lightning versions of that would just spawn. And you'd have an item you could use to use like the Clean Rot Night Spear weapon art where all the little spears come out of the ground. They could use that. And then at half health, a Painting Guardian would get summoned. And the Painting Guardian would cast mass heal spells that would heal the boss if the player didn't deal with them. It was so good. And then like 2 weeks into the DLC, they nerfed it and it wasn't good anymore. But for those 2 weeks, it was so much fun. both as a player fighting a boss that is another player, and being it. Both were ridiculously fun. I'm not getting invaded anymore. Me too. I want a player boss. I'm gonna switch sites. I'm just doing me. I'm doing you too. No. They've grown wise to me. It seems like I've actually driven people away. People will invade me like 2 or 3 times in a row and then stop invading here. Aw, man, but I wanted to have the video set in this town. I turned off the Taunter's tongue at some point. Whoops. But, I don't think where I am is gonna change anything, Bone. It might. So, the way that they have invasion set up in this game, if you use it, you can choose to only invade in the area you're at, or invade anywhere. And almost always players will do the both near and far option, because you get invasions faster doing that. If you don't do it, your invasions take really long. So I mean, technically if I wanted, I could go anywhere and do this. And people would be invaded in my world, as long as they're popping the both near and far. I mean, maybe they are just going somewhere else and using the only near. But right here, isn't this close enough to the front steps to be considered the same area for invasions? I feel like it is. We'll kill the bats. Or give me something to kill. I hate the bats and the birds in this game, man. They just run away. On my first playthrough, I actually think the birds in Limgrave were my most hated enemies. I hated fighting them. It's like the dogs, but worse. Alright, I'll toggle the Taunter's tongue one more time. And then I'll sit patiently. Ooh, I got food. I'm gonna eat a little bit. I apologize for my unprofessionalism. This pot pie is calling my name. Oh. Birds might be hated. As long as I stop eating when the invader shows up, I can edit it out of the video. Right, guys? Best part about post-production. Also, I'm glad you liked the clip of me two-shotting the guy with the Rick and Morty slap of God audio. Yes, but we will all know your sins. No! Have mercy on me. I'm but a peasant boy, I must eat. I like how YouTube gives me a pop-up saying that my stream bitrate is too high. They're like, your stream bitrate is at 15,000. That's way too high. You should have it down to 4,500. And I'm like, 4,500? Even at 15,000, I still have grainy streams. What are you talking about? I'll do whatever bitrate I need to have the best visual quality stream. I don't know how other streamers, they must have really good internet. Because I'll see other streamers' streams be like perfect 1080p quality. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? I have a dedicated encoder. Bastard. Starting with Umbreon and Espeon is awesome. Hell yeah. Which Pokemon Coliseum did you end up getting, Bone? I know we were talking about it a couple of days ago. Did you get the one for the GameCube? Yes, Sunv. You got the GameCube? Hell yeah. You can't move your top teeth. Yeah, you're right, I can't. Makes me sad. You're not wrong. Although okay, I gotta stop talking about weird, random, obscure side shit. But apparently you can make your mouth bigger. I never knew that. Spacers work the way that they do, but the roof of your mouth is actually two separate bone plates, and you can use a spacer to separate them, and they'll widen and grow back together. So you can actually just keep making your mouth bigger using spacers. A really weird thought to have. Why the hell would you do that? I don't know. Well, some people are born with like abnormally small mouths. Whether for aesthetic reasons or functional reasons, it would be beneficial for some people. You want to taste human meat? Why not? Eating other humans? I sleep. Making your mouth bigger? Real shit? Bone's fury will know no bounds. You know, honestly, if I can't get invaded by anybody else, that means I won. That means my job is complete. I succeeded. I drove these invaders away. You know what? Just for the sake of it, we're gonna go sit in front of the first steps for a little bit. I was honestly expecting to get invaded over by the first steps more than anywhere else. But that little town over there, that's where I've gotten the most action as being invaders. That's a good point. Sunv has a good point. You can't just say I want to eat human. That's like saying I want to eat pig. What part? Look at all these summon signs. Because like pig liver and pig leg are very different. The heart. Okay. Indiana Jones, eat your heart out. Oh, it worked! There he is, way the fuck over there. That was quick. That was really quick. And look, I can sit down and not actually lose anything. I'm gonna sit right here. And I wait. Yeah, that invasion actually happened pretty fast. Maybe this does count as like a completely separate zone. I guess it makes sense, doesn't it? If you wanted to invade people only here, that's what you do. We could also try seeing if we can bait any invaders over in Stormvale. We got a few areas that we can choose from. Yeah, Bone, why not eat like a kidney? That way the person's still alive. Not that that would be much better, but you get what I'm saying. Just make friends with a biker guy. Wait for him to get into a horrible biking accident. Make sure his foot is damaged beyond, like, repair. Convince him to have it removed. And then get your other friend who's a professional cook to cook it into tacos. History repeats itself. Torn up kidney? My kidneys aren't torn up. What are you talking about? I don't have kidney disease. I have MS. Oh, here's an invader. It's Chisel. It's the guy that I one-shot yesterday. Where's he going? He panic rolled. History repeats itself. All I had to do was land one hit. All I had to do was land one single hit. And history repeated itself. I give him the slap of God for the second time in 2 days. Notice though, he's invading over here and not over in the town, huh? That sly dog didn't think I'd catch his scent. Oh, Murph, another guy. Oh, are you actually gonna fight me? Oh, he's buffing up. I can buff up too, Mr. Jar. Where are you going? I'm... An interesting cheese build. An interesting cheese build indeed. I can just make him run out of arrows. Waste all your arrows. You'll have to spawn more in when you're done with this. Better he's in my world than someone else's. I found the counter to his cheese. Just keep rolling. There we go. Keep it up. Nope. 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 Am I dead? Nah, he got me. He actually got me with his cheese. I hope he respawns in my world. I've got ways to deal with them. I've got ways to deal with that. You hate those kinds of guys? Yeah. This is why I'm doing this. This guy's invading people who are just starting the game. This is actual cancer. Not even, like, jokingly cancer. He's actually just cancer. See, no problem hunting newcomers like this. Says the guy who died to me 3 times yesterday. I'm being invaded though, so. Shut up. Nah, the biggest reason why these people are garbage and need to be wiped from the game is because they aren't doing this legitimately. They're cheat engineering these things in. That dude just used like 50 St. Trina's arrows. He actually has a full stack of them. Because he spawned them in. St. Trina's arrows, or St. Trina's lilies, the stuff that you use to make St. Trina's arrows, those aren't unlimited. You can't get those. Sleep arrows, yeah, those arrows he was using make you sleep. Once I throw on Millicent's prosthesis, I'll be able to use this katana. I'm gonna buff up first. I believe Sunvi is native Spanish speaker. I was getting invaded. What happened? Did the invasion not go through? Extreme Phantom invades people's homes. Oh yeah. You know me. The home invader. The only reason that guy was doing as much damage as he was doing, too, is because he stacked like 7 buffs before coming over to fight me. So I wonder... no, that requires a lot of faith. I can't use Law of Regression. The other thing I have is I have a cold grave scythe with quick step. I could just quick step him. But yeah, he was doing jump attacks to get the bonus from the claw armor. He was using the jar helmet to increase the damage of the jars. He was using golden vow to increase his damage in general. He was using sleep arrows with increased sleep potency. Oh. Got him. I know what cheese you're trying, my guy. That weapon does way too much damage at these levels. Watch. Normal. This weapon does alright damage. 197, not anything crazy. When you buff it, 357. At levels like this, that's over half of someone's health. If they haven't put a shitload of points into health like I have. Okay, I fell behind on some messages because of how long that fight was. Extreme Phantom invades people's homes. That's where I left off. Just breaks in and walks. Yeah, exactly. If I was to break into people's homes on stream, I probably wouldn't steal anything. I'd just chill out. And then, yeah. I don't really have rules for my chat. As long as you don't do anything that, like, breaks terms of service, I'm not gonna complain. It was close a couple times. He was very disciplined with his rolling. I didn't get to roll catch him. It is also a good way to tell if someone's invading my world. If this turns foggy, means someone's here. Keep hearing the sound of those summon signs down there. What I should do, I should get a bow. Upgrade it to +3. So if somebody tries a cheese like that, I have a response to it. As far as I know, where I live is pretty safe, but also apparently a lot of drug users in my town. Didn't know that. But then again, it's like a college town, so that makes sense. That pretty much adds up. College is not what it once was. Live with an umbrella. Yeah, if somebody follows you home, shatter their kneecaps in, and then rip their mangled legs off and beat them in the head with it. Simple self-defense. Hey, I'm being invaded. Oh great, it's free man. Close. Oh, he actually got me. Good shit. Oh, he got me because he lagged out. Damn. I gotta be mindful. That guy's internet conveniently goes bad while he's spamming R1s. Already being invaded, that was quick. It's the same guy again. Got a drink. That frostbite hurts. Got him. His damage is so high with that weapon. I have to play that so carefully. That was best 2 out of 3. Let's see if he comes back for round 4. I'm being invaded again. Perfect. Oh, it's this guy. Great. Hey, you should switch your items. Hey, you should switch your items. Yeah, that's right, you fucking pussy. Yeah, that's right. Pop your shit. I'm waiting until this bar goes down. You missed. You missed. You missed. You missed. You missed. I will wait out all 99 arrows if I must. I'm dead. Damn, nothing I can do about it. I need a weapon. I need a bow so I can counter shoot. I'm gonna buff up a bow so I can respond to that cancer. I don't have a bow. Can I buy a bow? They always point down. Of course that. Do you know why people like this end up existing? They lost like 45 PvP arena fights in a row because they're not good at the game. And in a fit of rage, they said, I can't possibly lose to people at the lowest level. I can invade at the lowest level. And then they do, and they lose still. So they revert to cheesy cancer that they got off of somebody's YouTube video instead of actually coming up with it themselves. That's how it happens. They've been complete and utter failures 4 times in a row, and now they gotta go for a 5th thing in a desperate attempt to scrap together whatever little bits of their self-worth has been completely demolished by the people on the internet, and try to, as desperately as possible, convince themselves they aren't garbage at the game. But I got a bow. I don't have a lot of arrows though. The worst part is there's really nothing you could do about a build like that because the sleep is so strong. It's so OP. We're doing things a little different this time, guys. We're not sitting and waiting for them to make their way over to us. We're running them down. Am I getting invaded? Not yet? Okay. Patience. Here we go. Listen for it. Where are they spawning in? Chisel! It's not the same guy. It's someone else. Hello, Chisel! GG's. Looks like I'm still being invaded. Good. I still have time. No, never mind. It was just him despawning still. I probably could have one-shot Chisel if I shot him with the great bow. This thing has how much damage right now? 373, and that's not counting if I use my holy thingy. There we go. Hey, I recognize you from yesterday. You're laggy. Alright. I missed that guy. Fought him like 2 times yesterday. make any more fire pots. A little laggy too, because a lot of his attacks didn't feel like they should have hit you. Yeah, that's... of course. Should have hit him. Of course. If he's gonna abuse everything else, you really think he's not gonna toggle? That dude's entire self-worth is based around whether or not he kills this guy in a video game. I should honestly, like, be a little bit thankful that he beat me, because if he didn't, he'd probably end it all. I saved a life today. That makes me a good noodle. Alright, here comes the invader. Yeah, you better run. Fucking coward. I'm gonna make him waste all his buffs. Watch this. He's still over there buffing. By the time he gets to me, all his buffs are gonna be gone. Look at him! He's so far behind! Oh, hell yeah. I hear him. I don't count as in combat. Come on. Come get me, buddy. Come and get me. You missed. You missed. I'm dead. Nothing I can do about it. I know what I have to do. I have to fight him indoors. I know how to do that too. I'm really half tempted to just get some cancer cheese of my own in retaliation. I gotta fight him in a doorway like this where he can't just run away. Sadly, he's spawning in more arrows every time he invades. I wouldn't be too surprised if he has cheat engine open and is spawning in more even when he runs out. counts as the same area. I should still be being invaded. Maybe not. Maybe I gotta go up to the first step. My trusty door can tell me when an invader's coming. Still no invader. Quiet ambient sounds. Yeah, this game is really pretty ambiance. I'm waiting for the damn door to get foggy. Nobody's invading. The only person that exists is that jarhead. Everyone else ran away. Maybe now they're all running away to go at the village. Now that I'm over here and not over there. Could be. Summon someone. Taking so long to find somebody this time around. I haven't had this long in between finding people since I showed up here at the first step. I can do it. Why is it not maintaining speed? What am I doing wrong? There we go. Oh, I keep hearing the sound of those summon signs down there showing up. And every time they show up, I think it's the sound of this door getting covered. I'll get closer so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. When they cycle through, you'll hear it. It's like a really dull ringing sound. That. I keep hearing that. Thinking it's someone loading into my world. How fast does this come out? That's pretty quick, but it's not going to do too much damage. There's that sound again. There we fucking go, finally. I think I'm going to be able to fairly easily break guard if someone has a shield using this axe. Ah, it's Muroff again. Where are you going? Are you gonna fight me or run away, huh? Oh, he's lagging, he's toggling. Nah, I'm dead. He's not just lagging, he's toggling. I'll wait here. Sleep arrows, yeah. Yeah, he's buffing up. Oh, look at this build. He's really interesting, isn't he? Oh, I'm dead. This is so much fun, isn't it? It's just the same guy over and over again. I'm half tempted to go get sleep arrows of my own and just counteract the sleep arrows by spamming him with the same shit he's spamming me with. I'm really tempted to do that. I think he's the only person still over here, though. If I get invaded by him another time, I'm gonna go back to the town. Because there's nobody over here. It's just that one guy. Do it, do it, do it. That's so much extra work, and he's already toggling. You saw him toggling. Like, it's already enough of a pain in the ass just fighting him, period. It's free, man. It's a different person. It's the same of 3, though. Like, there's only 3 people over here. He's buffing Alba. Oh, this guy's lagging. This is on laggy motherfucker, isn't it? Just running away and switching between halberds and doing running attacks. He heals. And his leg saved him there. His leg just keeps saving him. Look at how laggy he is. Jesus Christ. Just how laggy can one guy be? Rat tactics on top of toggles. My God. It's just the same 3 people over here, though. Nobody else is invading over here. And the video's not going to be interesting if it's just the same 3 people over and over and over again. It's supposed to be killing groups of people, not just one. I should probably go back to the town. What do you guys say? Do I sit here and see if anyone ever decides to actually fight over here besides just the jar guy and Freeman? Or do I go to the town? Because I was getting at least more variety in the town. At least. And from a content point of view, just killing the same guy like 7 times isn't... Does my opinion even matter? I'll take it into consideration. Stormvale? Alright. Oh, I'm getting invaded. After this invasion, I'll go over to Stormvale. Nanomachines, son. Whoa. Nanomachines, son. He's got a big frog head. Nope. You guys ready to see something? I have a direct counter to this guy's bullshit. Do it, cast something. Good job, guy. Nothing says Senator Armstrong like, I don't know, breathing dragon fire? I don't know. Cringe. Imagine you had the opportunity to have a great build. Instead you ate 2 mouthfuls of great arrows like an animal. Alright, Stormvale time. You win against the Albenarch's rights. They don't have the right to make bad builds and incorrectly use memes. Actually gotta heal. Now we just wait for an invader. I like the Albenarchs. I like the Albenarchs too, but they have actual builds instead of just breathing dragon breath. Bastards. Some absolute monsters. Still no invaders, huh? Yeah, we'll see if we can get people. Hopefully we can. If we can't, then it's village time. The snowy area. Of course that's your favorite. She's bare feet. foot fetishist. Bone, you foot fetishist. You like feet. You like feet. You like feet because you like the giant albinaric with the bare feet. You like it because it's big feet and it's in high definition. But I could develop one if you insist. Metal feet. I'm an albinaric oppressor. Hell yeah. I take my new moniker with pride. That's gonna be the covenant. I'm gonna make an extremely racially prejudiced against albinarics covenant. I mean, that's basically just the Golden Order. Now I think about it. I'm basically just the Golden Order. Oh, I turned off my Taunter's tongue. I thought I turned it back on. Was there a decapitated albinaric on Volcano Manor? For some reason, Volcano Manor just wanted to torture albinarics. This place where you got that mask. Yeah, true. There are people who believe Hitler is the incarnation of the god Shiva? Alright, that's a weird one. I can only imagine the amount of, yeah, that actually, why? I'd want to know why. Also, it's Hitler was the incarnation of Shiva? That boy dead as hell. So, just saying. I wonder if the human species will ever have a leader that's more terrible than Hitler. Hindu neo-Nazis in India believe they are white and worship Hitler as Shiva's incarnation? Huh. Power to them, I guess. Why do they believe that? I don't know. What's the similar? Okay, that wasn't on my 2023 bingo list, but I wish it was. The sentence, what's the similarities between Shiva and Hitler? From an academic standpoint, I truly must know. What are the similarities between the Hindu god Shiva and Adolf Hitler? Oh my god. What a sentence. No one's invading. Maybe Hitler was a big stoner. Maybe. Shiva is supposed to be the god of death and destruction. I guess Hitler did kind of fulfill that. Yeah, I could see that, but still, that's such a reach. This is the god of death and destruction. This German guy with the funny mustache. He must be our god. Fucker, he dodged it. What was that? Yeah, Shiva's like not bad, yeah. What's the cycle? Yeah, most religions that have stuff like that around a god of death, the god of death isn't necessarily evil. In popular fiction will often be depicted as malicious, but not necessarily evil. Why does Europe have all the fucked up people? I don't know, man. You put that many people on a continent that small for that long, and weird stuff's gonna come out of it. Just saying. People start getting hungry and putting unflavored beans on toast. Yeah, this whole time, I like never actually looked into beans on toast, and I was like, you know, it doesn't sound that good, but like, I guess I could see how people could like it. And I found out it's not just beans on toast; it's just beans. Like a can of room temperature beans with nothing but bean juice on bread. That is insane to me. And before anyone tries to go, oh, don't knock it before you try it, I tried it. I tried it with extra flavoring and I still hated it. I hate these birds so much. Jack the Ripper. Queen of England. Never thought I'd see a day where the Queen of England is lumped in with the likes of Hitler and Jack the Ripper. Oh yeah, you know, the iconic triple threat. Jack the Ripper, Adolf Hitler, and the Queen of England. I do gotta say, after the Queen's death, the memes. Oh my god, the memes. Okay, I'm not getting invaded. I'm going to the town. I'm sorry. I tried to get someone to invade me. But nobody's invading there. I don't want to stream too long because I gotta edit this. So, let's continue in the town. We got some kills over on the first steps. That'll make for good content. This town is mine. And you're all trespassing. I will slay my enemies. And you will give me the breathing room I demand. Imagine we get like 3 or 4 DLC for this game. And the last boss of the last DLC is Soldier of God, Rick. I want Soldier of God Rick to make a return. And in lore, he's been killed over and over and over and over by the Tarnished. But eventually a Tarnished came along that couldn't beat him, and he died fighting the Soldier of Godric. In that moment, the Soldier of Godric got enough runes to grow stronger. And the cycle has just continued non-stop. He gets more and more powerful with each passing day. This was a night fought alongside Joan of Arc. It was later. Yeah, I've heard of them. History's weird. History's real weird. But a regularly occurring theme in like all of history is every time somebody shows up to do something good for their country, or for their religion, or for their family, or for themselves, someone in their close-knit group takes it in a weird direction. It usually results in weird tragedies that overshadow the good. I wait. How do you know all this, Bun? He's looking it up as we speak. He's just copy-pasting off of Wikipedia.com. He's just clicking any links, trying to get to whatever comes next. He looked up Hitler and the Queen of England showed up. And then from the Queen of England, he went to this guy. It all started when he was asking us if we like sweet or savory food at the start. This whole thing has been a Wikipedia rant page. Joan of Arc was a 14-year-old. Yep. One of my favorite games. So, when I was a kid, my parents got me a PlayStation Portable, a PSP. That console had like no games. But there was a old RPG, like a turn-based RPG, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, called Joan of Arc. That game was amazing. I want to play it again. I loved that game. It's like a romanticized version of the story of Joan of Arc with like demons and stuff. It was really cool. I really liked the game. And the story was cool and the combat was fun. Now he's over here. I just can't get away from this guy. No. He doesn't get to kill me. I'm gonna run away until the rot's gone. I actually made him heal. Am I dead? This guy's so cocky too. I'm out of heals. I die. Yep. The giant got me. He's still doing it. Run to the giant. I think he can help. He did help. This guy's just cancer. There's nothing I can do about it. He's cheat engined in way too many things. He has completely replaced skill with spawning in overpowered items that you're not supposed to have a shitload of. He's the definition of pathetic. I'm pretty sure he's shot a shitload of arrows over the multiple times that he's fought me so far. I don't know how the fuck he invaded me all the way over here, though. I think that guy has accounted for like 5 of my last 6 fights. I wonder if down here is where I should go. Down here he can't run away. I'm gonna do that. If he invades me, I'm going down there. If he invades me, I'm going down there with the Nagakiba. Ooh, this is a good idea, actually. It's too bad I don't have another person that could, like, block the doorway. But, oh well. Oh, there's 2 more guys over here still, I think. Oh, here's a new dude. Oh, interesting build. Alright. That one was quick. Damn. Right, this cave is my only friend. The giant actually did help. That time we actually made the interaction abusing, shit-eating, bottom-feeding dumpster baby heal like 4 times. He's getting sloppy. It's because he's cocky. This is the only time in the past 13 years his ego's been fluffed, so he's like milking it for everything he can. Let's wait right here. Patiently waiting among the corpses. Crazy how many times I completely obliterate people when they aren't abusing sleep and like 17 buffs to make their pots do bonus damage. There's a reason why it takes like 20 seconds for him to show up after he spawns in. He puts on a helmet that gives him enough faith to cast stuff. He casts Golden Vow. He casts Bestial Vitality. He pops a flask that most likely increases lightning damage and increases dexterity to further increase the lightning damage. Puts on a jar to make his jars that he spawned in with Cheat Engine to do bonus damage. Because if I look it up, if I look up ritual pots, the Ancient Dragon Bolt one, yeah, you can't get the pots that he has unless you've been to Farum Azula. So take that into consideration. There's a reason why I'm not getting mad over losing to a guy who's actually cheating. We have legitimately gotten invaded by a cheater 7 times plus. He spawned in items you can't get until Farum Azula, spawned in arrows that are not infinitely, and spawned in all the items that he needs in order to do like 7 buffs before doing so. It's the same guy again. Where are they? That's my feet. The audio sounded weird because of the wet dirt. I'm listening for him. There he is. GG's. If I would have just full sent it, he would have died. That's an interesting build. I don't know why anyone would put, I don't know why anyone would put Flame of the Redmanes in a poison build. To produce more damage to enemies wearing armor. Also, in feudal Japan, duels and stuff would usually only last a few moments. So the actual like physical strength of the blade of being used multiple times wasn't really that high priority. In the later years of feudal Japan, they started wearing heavier armor, yes. But at the beginning, like most combat that was done was with bows, not even swords. Swords were meant to be like the last resort and were made with the intention of one and done. You want to be done in one slice. Meanwhile, in Western combat, swords and stuff were made with the intention of being used multiple times over a short period of time and be able to bear a lot of physical damage, both from other people's swords, from striking at like horses, which can be really, really taxing on a blade. And then also, like you said, with more heavy armor. Most feudal lords raised archers rather than samurai swordsmen. Yep. Samurai swordsmen were much less like a foot soldier and more or less like an envoy. They were directly connected through both like their own personal beliefs and honor and usually their family ties to the feudal lords that they protected and fought for, and in some cases tried to avenge. Knowledge. Knowledge indeed. I still want to do that. I still want to design a weapon. I've had this idea for a weapon for a while. And I looked up to see if anybody has, like, come up with it before. And a YouTuber that I watch actually pretty often tried to make something similar to it a couple years ago. But not in the way that I would have liked doing it. So as far as I can tell, no one's ever made a weapon like this before. I think it would actually be really cool to physically make it. My friend is setting up a blacksmithy. Maybe I can work with him and try and physically make it and see just how interesting it would be. If we both in the feudal area and tried to take vengeance on each other for our masters. Haha, JK, unless. True. Ronin taking vengeance for their dead lords is such a weird thing to read about back in the day, you know? Because what they do, like, a lord would be overtaken by another. And then the, like, leader of the area or all of Japan would be like, he beat you, he gets all your stuff, you leave, you don't have a master anymore. If you try to take revenge for your master's death, you're gonna have to kill yourself. And then if they did try to take revenge, they'd, like, get the revenge, and then the like, head honcho would show up and be like, dude, what the fuck, I told you not to do that. Kill yourself. And then they would. Oh. I'm gonna give him a bow. You know what? I can respect that. They're a rabid animal, running in and swinging immediately. But they haven't given up, and for that I can respect them. But the reason why so many people in, like, feudal Japan followed those beliefs and stuff is because that shit was ingrained everywhere. There was no family that wasn't saying to do that stuff. This here be my village. I think we gotta be getting pretty close to having enough footage for me, though. I'm hoping. I'm gonna have to record some, like, B-roll footage for the intro and the outro of the video. But it should be cool. So you guys look forward to that. I'm glad I decided to stream this instead of just record it in my own free time. Fun. I gotta get better at unlocking and locking on while in PvP. I've got most of the, like, tech down. Like reverse jumping and buffering this. Reverse backsteps for chase down. It's just all of this requires you to be unlocked. You can't do it while locked onto someone. So you gotta like unlock, do the action, and then lock back on to make sure your attack hits. Same with this. Reverse running attack. Phantom, Animan Studio Enjoyer, Lover of Blades, Part-Time Boogeyman, Unemployed Demon King. I have a job. I'm just a shut-in that has no personal life. There's a difference. Unemployed. I make money. I love money. When I think of money, I get happy as long as I have it. If I don't have it, then I get sad. I'm in the bushes. Full-time? Nope. Can't work full-time anymore. I love medical problems. That's what I thought. Not working full-time doesn't make you unemployed. That's not how that works. That is not a direct correlation. Jetpack master. Oh, no. Demon King, part timer. No, I'm not that one. I'm different. I'm different, please. Wait, am I fat rolling? Okay, I'm not. For some reason, my brain just thought that I fat rolled a couple seconds ago, and it was like just registering. And I was like, what? Hello. Hello. That's what they all say. No! You gotta believe me, I'm different. I love this fashion. I love this outfit. I actually do. I really like this cape. Sounds like my sleep paralysis demon. Hello. Hello. That guy got killed. Someone just died right here. Okay, I see their blood pool. Nope, not the right one. Did I just hear someone summon? No, I didn't. I did. Interesting. No. Got him. It seems like this is the only person invading over here. No one else is invading. They're recusant too. No, I'm not feeding him. Wait, you're supposed to feed people? They don't just make their own food down there? Uh-oh. Two days. Come on, you're being modest. It's been at least 4. What did I tell you about lying? You're gonna have to sit in the uncomfy chair again if you don't start telling the truth when people are talking to you, Bone. You get a warning this time. Alright? Just this once, because it's your birthday. It's not actually his birthday. Don't let that. He only lets me have water. Only the water that comes out of himself, though. Look at all the blood. I'm laying in the blood. I have 2 hours of free time to go out in the sun of the pit in his backyard. Yeah, it. Did I hear someone get summoned again? I keep thinking I see him. Blood angel indeed. I do be kind of laying in the blood splatters. Ugh, sun. I don't get to enjoy the sun anymore because of my medication. Big fat, big, I can speak English. Big sad. What did I just... I tried to say big fad. That's not even a sentence. Technically, big sad isn't a sentence either. Not a proper sentence. I'm surprised my game hasn't crashed. But then again, like, I haven't had any weird things going on. No big spells or anything like that. It's just me sitting in my village, hunting down the demons that intend to hurt people. I'm hoping that the jar guy just decided to get off and isn't, like, still invading people. He was able to invade me over here, which leads me to think that he was always able to invade me. But I'd honestly rather have him cheating in my world than someone who's just trying to go through the game for the first time. That's also true. I have a single bucket of water every week. And I'm like, alright, this is all you get. Use some of it for showering and the rest of it you drink. You drink all of it, no showers. The closest he gets is when I let him go out in the pit in the backyard. I tie him up to the metal post in the middle of it. I'm like, alright, go on. And he takes a dirt bath. He licks himself and then he rolls around in the dirt until he gets a nice sheet of dirt to keep himself clean. It's really itchy wood. Poison ivy. Yep, exactly. Now he's telling the truth. Good job, Bone. I was getting worried I'd have to reprimand you again. Whenever he's really naughty, I put a little bit of, like, pesticide in his water without telling him. And if he really acts out, I put lighter fluid in it, but pesticide seems to do the trick. If he's ever really good, I let him take a bath with bleach and ammonia. That usually gets off all the crust. This is going a direction, yeah. I'm getting bored. No one's invading me. This is a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because that means my build worked. It's a bad thing because I need like 1 or 2 more invasions. Chiefs. Yeah, send me money so that I can upgrade his facilities. The Bones Dungeon Fund. It's actually considered a charity by most states in the United States of America for tax purposes. I got you, bro. I got you. I'll do it for you. But no, what you should have done is you should have been like, oh, money, fuck that. How about drink your water more sparingly, 5 head? And you can take a bath every once in a while. God. No. It's Mimir time. See you guys. Thanks for dropping by, Uwu. I want at least one more invader. I said it. I wonder, what if I do this? Just for fun. I keep thinking I'm hearing the sound of someone being summoned somewhere. I'm a post. Maybe now someone will invade my world. They can see my buffs. Oh, you're right. I'm listening. There's so much ambiance going on. Oh, that's a cool shot. I love the sound of the sword dragging on the ground when I do a running attack. Time to RP walk. Come on, one more. Give me just one more invader. Just one more. I want one more fight. Still no plump sort, therefore try great tree. Be wary of weak foe, and then rolling ahead. Hidden path ahead. What does that even mean? Still no tarnished. Does Bone sleep well at least? Do you think I let him sleep? I'm not paying for internet. I've got like one of those really big hamster wheels downstairs. And he's constantly powering it. And whenever he starts getting tired and the power starts faltering, I go down there and I pull out... I've got one of those like old toy guns that have the little cork in the front of it with a string. And I just pop it at him repeatedly. It doesn't actually hit him or hurt him, but the psychological damage is immense. It gets him back awake. It's them! I want to do this. Ow! Actually hurts. You're playing smarter. Well cut. I wanted a duel from someone who isn't this guy. This is the only... I fought him like 5 times in a row. Have I actually done it? Did I win? Have I driven all the invaders from this town? It's him again. This poor guy keeps getting my world. I pretend I don't see him. Alright.
Hey.
I feel bad at this point. This guy isn't cheesing. Like, yeah, no, I don't feel bad. He's using Craig Blade on an X. He is trying to invade low-level people. But he's not bad like the others. No. I can't feel bad. I'm here for a purpose. A purpose. And my purpose is not over. Yeah, eventually I just assume he's dead. And I'll go get a replacement. I'm like, I'll have the replacement get rid of the body. He can stick around as like a toy. But then like I go get a replacement and I come back and Bone's like sitting on a chair. He's completely fine. And I'm like, damn it. He keeps getting me with that. And then I just have an extra person. I don't know what to do with that. I usually just let them go like free in the wild. That way they can return to their natural habitat. Kill the replacement. It's blood sport. My parents raised me to not be wasteful. So like I don't want to get rid of Bone as long as he still has use, you know? I'm sad. I came up with a strategy to potentially beat the jar guy. And he never invaded again. Free meat. You heard him earlier talking about cannibalism and shit. Alright, let's make it canon in lore that I sleep in this box. My character sleeps in this box at night. It's his bed. He lays down just like this. Now put the little bubbles floating off his head and the Super Mario 64 sleeping music. No Jack Horner. No, just a guy. No average paladin. Nobody? Nothing? Nothing. Oh! Finally! A final opponent. Enters my village. He's got a halberd. Got him. That's more what I was looking for. Those are the kind of people that I want to be fighting. What the hell happened? According to my YouTube, I have -1 viewers right now. Whoa, at one point I had -3 viewers. How does that even happen? What? I know it's bugging out, but how was that even an option? How can that even happen? None of you guys exist. It was all part of my imagination the whole time. The accident was 7 months ago. I have to let you go. I see. It wasn't my fault. I have to move on. My family's waiting for me. It's time for you to wake up. That's so ominous. Hunting people down in Elden Ring? Honey, you must have had a bad dream. All of this is a hallucination in my head. Don't care, didn't ask, cry about it, stay mad. L plus ratio plus deserve plus fell off. Alright. I know I said that last one was going to be my last fight, but those two new invaders actually came pretty quickly after each other. So I want to try and see if I can get one more. I need to make sure I have enough footage. Otherwise, I'm going to have to record off stream. And I don't want to do that. I want to edit. But I need to have the stuff done in order to do that. So let's get into the mindset, shall we? Oops, wrong emote. It was fun watching the mayhem. Thank you for stopping by, Rabbit. Let's put on some music to get in the mindset of a demon hunter. Send in the eye attack. Pocket sand! I can teach you how to make a bomb using nothing but a roll of toilet paper and a stick of dynamite. Eat one of my chickens tomorrow. Do it! Ate the chicken! Say skill issue when you do it. This actually has such a wide, or a high arc to it. What if I send you one of my chickens for bone? I'll be honest, I would lie and say, oh yeah, he's loving that chicken, he, and then I would probably eat it. That's kind of a classic phantom maneuver. Look at how far away, it's just running away, it's not even trying to kill me. That's why I don't like the birds and bats. They don't even fight, they just run. Do you prefer to have eggs for boil or chicken just for the 2 meals? Probably eggs. Where I live, eggs are so expensive right now. Like, ridiculously expensive. Apparently, like, all the chicken in the area had a really bad avian flu outbreak this last year, and the chicken population is quite numbered. So not a lot of eggs are being made. How did you get here? Little head. So I would probably do the eggs, because I haven't eaten something that has an egg in it in weeks. Just because I can't get eggs. I know a decent amount of my family has their own chickens, so I've been like tempted to ask them for some of the eggs, but it's not that easy. Can't just ask and then the eggs manifest themselves. They need them too. That whole song played without an invitation. Don't you have some land you own? Not anymore. Me and my family owned a lot of land. I have not owned land in a long time. Come on, just give me one more. One last invasion. One last victim. Guess I'll put more music on, huh? The hell else am I gonna do? I've been listening to this a lot lately. Listening to music like this is actually what got me interested in doing this build. Oh, here he comes. I'm gonna keep the music on for this.
Hey! Hey!
There we go. Blood Angel. Bro's having his anime moment. Look at him. It's me, I'm the protagonist. You gotta believe me. Oh, another person. Interesting. Nice poise. I'm gonna lay in all the blood he left behind. More anime moments, right guys? It sucks that it looks like people are starting to show up. But I really do gotta... I gotta edit it. That should be enough footage, right? A couple more hours of footage, even though not all of it was spent doing stuff. Some crazy people have tried to steal my rabbits to eat them. Would you eat a rabbit? I think I have before. They don't exactly make for good food. But I'm pretty sure, me and my family, we go hunting every year during deer hunting season. Our state, like, uses its hunting population as a check and balance for the local wildlife to make sure that, like, if there's too many wolves, the deer don't become endangered, and if there's too many deer, the wolves don't, like, overpopulate. So, we often go hunting, and every once in a while, they'll, like, they'll just eat something fucking weird. I've eaten beaver. I've eaten rabbit. I've eaten grouse. Grouse is really good though. I like grouse a lot. It's like a quail. I've eaten a lot of animals over my lifetime. I'm not even gonna pretend I haven't. Alright. Well. Oop, wrong thing. Whee! Now I'm big. You can see me now. I think that's enough footage. Sadly, a lot of the footage is, it's gonna be fighting the same, like, 4 people. But I have yesterday's footage as well, so I have a decent amount of fights recorded. The only weird thing I've eaten was a strange kind of big lizard. It was tasty, and then someone told me it was illegal. So I ran away from the country. Oh, yeah? The classic accidentally eats an illegal lizard and then runs away from the country. That was not even my country. I was visiting my family. I swear. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Understood. I get that. I know that feeling. I know that meaning. But with that, I need to let this stream finalize, and that way I can download it and start editing. Oh, my neck. It's killing me. Okay. I'm gonna eat a little bit more food, because I'm still a little bit hungry after that pot pie. Get something to drink. Thanks for the stream. It was fun. I appreciate you guys showing up, even for these boring-ass streams. Like yesterday's stream and today's stream, I normally wouldn't stream this stuff. This kind of thing, I would probably do off-stream, because I don't feel like it makes for the best content. But honestly, a stream's a stream. I do want to have some level of quality that I uphold with my stream, so I'm probably not going to stream everything I do every day, but occasionally just hanging out like this is fun. Alligator? Yeah, I've eaten alligator. Yeah, it literally is. So, I don't know if you've ever eaten frog. I've eaten frog a lot. Frog is kind of like just swamp chicken, flavor-wise. And alligator is like if swamp chicken was swamp, like, pork. I guess is the good way to put it. Frog? Yeah, you've never had frog? Every single, like, Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet that's in my local, like, chunk of the state that I live in has, like, frog legs. They like have frog legs on their all-you-can-eat menu. They're not bad. It's just like swampy chicken. It's not swampy like ew, swampy. It's gross. But it's just the taste. It's a different taste. And alligator isn't too far different. I've eaten moose balls. I have. In the Midwest, we have this really big fairground that comes around every year in Minnesota, USA. And they have some crazy food there. I've had deep-fried alligator tail. I've had an alligator dog, which is like a corn dog, but alligator. What Bone is talking about is called Rocky Mountain oysters. And what they do is they take like moose or elk or even just deer testicles, and they cut it really, really thin into thin like little chips, and then they fry the chips. It's just like meaty Ruffles chips. That's all it is. What does life have to do to me? Yeah, if you've ever heard of it, look up the Minnesota State Fair. They have a shitload of food. This YouTube channel called Best Ever Food Reviewed Show. Best Ever Food Reviewed. Best Ever Food Review Show is run by a guy named Sonny. He actually grew up in roughly the same part of the world I did. He's a completely different generation than me. So, I'm not going to pretend like I know him or anyone he knows. I have no idea anything about him or his family. But Like, when he talks about his childhood, I completely understand everything he talks about. And he has a YouTube channel where he and a group of people, they go all over the world and try tons of different foods. They'll go to countries and eat at established restaurants, but they'll also like go to other other countries and meet with like the indigenous people there. He's gone to like African tribes that have little to no interaction with the outer world, and he's hunted and eaten food with them before. It's a really interesting channel. I love his videos. I've just doxed myself. If people wanted, I bet you they could dig through my past videos and streams and figure out where I live. I don't think it'd be that hard, and I'm not too worried about it. I live in Midwest America, in Minnesota. This has already been established. Sound interesting? I love his content. He's funny, and he eats a lot of really interesting stuff. Like, a lot of really interesting stuff. But I got on a tangent there. I'm going to end the stream. That way the stream can finalize and I can download it and start editing. So you guys take care of yourselves and have a good rest of your night. I appreciate you showing up. No announcements today, so you live in your house? Yep, me too. That just makes me think of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. What's your name? Where do you live? I like to eat. Or what do you like to eat? His response to where do you live is, I live in my house. I would, yeah, we eat cow intestines all the time. There's cow intestines in like every single hot dog. Or sometimes pig intestines. But cow intestines, yeah, I'd eat it. Red guy, my beloved. Dog Man I'm Scared is amazing. I was so sad when the show they were going to do fell through, but now they're doing other stuff, so. Alright, I keep getting lost on tangents. You guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow with either another stream or a video. You guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.